Hello everybody, once again my name is Akinfish, and today I just want to show you some tricks that we're doing on my farm. All right, yeah, modern techniques in fish farming for you to look out for in 2026. Some of them you can use, some of them you can't use. I don't think one size fits all. I think that these are just things that are going on in the industry that I think you should be aware of. All right, so number one is the new solar technology. All right, now the truth is fuel. I mean, you know how fuel skyrocketed from 2023, 2024, 2025. The price of
Hello
fuel
everyone, so
skyrocketed
my
and
name
it
is
became an
Akin
issue.
Fish and I'm
So we
showing you
started
today
looking for all
our
these solar
bestseller,
pumping
the
machines to make sure
DC
that we can bring
solar
the
pump,
cost
alright?
of
And
fuel
what is
down.
doing
All
here
right,
is how
so
to
we got
install
the mud
the
pump. I
solar
mean, I
pump for
marketed
us.
some
Like,
of them,
tell us, what do you really like about
and
this pump?
yeah,
Number one,
some of them have stood the
direct
test of time. Some other products
control.
are
It
fumbled,
doesn't need battery,
and then we've
it
also
doesn't need
gotten
like
like
battery.
solar pumps
The
for
controller
pumping
is built
for
with the
pumping
pump
machines that are
and it can
submersible,
either increase
right?
or
Those
lower the
pumping
voltage.
machines that are inside the
Plus,
bowl, the one I use primarily is the one that is like a mud pump for 18 pond users. You know what I'm talking about. But there are also now solar pumping machines that actually, do the submersible, that have the submersible pipe. So that really reduces our cost of.
So I wanted to show you the solar pump I was talking about. This one is for a client. I'm sending it to a client, all right? But you can see the solar pump is 3 inches and you need 4 solar panels for it. So it's directly from the solar panels to the pumping machine, and then you pump. At least you get 10 hours of pumping per day. So this just eradicates fuel costs for people that use earthen ponds or people that use even concrete ponds. It has a 18-meter lift. So if you have like a well or a borehole that is like 18 meters deep, it can also pull from there. All right.
Number two is automation. AI and all these new things. It is true. There is AI in fish farming now. I'm going to show you a video of this group of guys that I invited to my farm because you know me, I like to be in the lead of these things because I mean, I consult for a lot of farms. With some of these farms, I'm just even in their board. I have this relationship with the owner where I am in the team. The owner is there, and then the farm manager, so that way I'm able to watch over many farms and be a part of those projects. And AI is a real thing now. There is automation now. There is a way you can set up your tanks, 3 4 5 tanks, that the water is changed, fish is being fed, and there's even like water monitoring and all of that. So automation is a big thing right now in aquaculture in 2020 and 26.
Tawo here from Future Fish Agrotech. We're currently at Ibadan at Aki Fish's farm where we finished installing our solution. We made sure to do this installation while he's out of town and he has tested and see that they are currently working. He reached out to us on our social media platform stating his problem and I would love for us to come up with a solution. Electricity is a very big challenge in this remote area, so we started by providing them with a mini solar generator to power the smart pond and other farm appliances. For the pond, he chose to use a 1000-liter tank, but our system can work with any kind of pond like tarpaulin, cement or even earthen ponds. First, we set up the sensors to get data on water quality. This is important for informing the farmer on when and how to feed. For someone who travels a lot, being on the farm to tend to the fish is almost impossible. So we also installed our high precision smart feeder. On our app, you can see how much you spent on feed and how much you saved by using the feeder. Of course, he has to also be able to manage his water from anywhere in the world, so we included our inlet and outlet control as well. The best part is that you can customize your application to feed and change water at your preferred times. Our aim is to make fish farming as thoughtless as possible. Finally, we gave a brief orientation to the farm staff who also installed the easy-to-use application on his device.
Third thing is alternative feeding. Feed is like 75% of expenses on a fish farm project. All right, feed is like 75% of a well set up farm. All right, so you want to make sure that get any alternative you can get. And so there's black soldier fly, there's wolfia, that is like a new, that isn't new. They are not particularly new, but I mean, it's gaining grounds here is what I'm exactly saying. All right, so black soldier fly cannot, and maybe I should mention this honestly, it cannot eradicate the price of feed but it can bring it down to increase your profits substantially. All right, I'm being as honest as possible. It's not going to be a like for like substitute. It's not going to be a hey, because we are doing black soldier fly and maybe black soldier fly costs you maybe 350 naira per kg. Meanwhile, feed is like 1.5 per kg. If you look at the FCR of black soldier fly, it's also like 3 to 1. So 3 times 250, 3 times 350, it's already 1,000 naira. All right, but feed is 1/8. So is it? But I have it on my farm. That's so I'm sharing it with you as honestly as possible. All right. That black soldier fly cannot eradicate the price of feed, but it will bring it down by like 10-15%, which makes sense. All right, that's that. Then there's wolfia. There's azola. Now, I don't believe that catfish eats azola and wolfia, to grow at a commercial rate. All right. I think it's more tilapia, and because I have tilapia on my farm, I'm able to use wolfia.
So this is our wolfia plant that we are feeding our catfish, our tilapia with. All right. So watch. Anyway, come on, go and feed them.
Number 4 is feed. All right. Now, feed has always been the major project or major expense on a fish farm. So, each time I used to tell people, calculate your FCR over and over again. Don't be, I have no allegiance to any feed company. All right. I am not. I mean, you see me wearing some of them shirts because they give me their shirts because, I buy their feed in bulks and all of that. But I don't have any allegiance to anybody. I am for nobody and for everybody. I am for the person who gives me profit. So each time I calculate my FCR and I have to determine what kind of feed to use almost every time. So this last year, Olam brought out this Aqua Boom, which is like a sinking floating feed, and it was good for a while. I used it, I don't like to mention name of feeds, but I used it and it was good for a while, all right. But then some other feeds came up, EcoFloat is a constant. Skirting also came up, and their prices were almost at one point they were almost the same. So I had to make a decision with my FCR. So if you don't know how to calculate FCR, I will do a video to teach you how to calculate FCR. So FCR is what's called feed conversion ratio. It's something very important that you have to keep your eyes on as you farm. All right. So feed conversion ratio is what is the quantity of weight the fish gains after X quantity of feed that I gave it. All right. So if you give your fish 1 kg of feed over time, how much more kg will it grow to? That's the fish that has been eaten. How much more kg will it grow? That's something that you must always put your eyes on. And so right now there is, metrics, there is Excel sheets, there is, all these apps that you can use to calculate it and say, oh, okay, I'm monitoring the things on my farm. Or another good thing now is this thing of aerial monitoring. All right. So there is drone shots. I'm going to show you drone shots of my farm. There's also like security footage, CCTV cameras that you can install that are even solar powered and also see night vision. So with that, there is less, we're talking about technology, right? There is less stealing on your farm because there's 247 coverage of every location on your farm. Do you get that? And some of these solar systems even allow you talk. So it's like somebody can be standing there, you have owners all over the world right now, and they can literally be calling somebody in Nigeria that is standing over the pond to say, hey, what's going on here and what's going on there. So that solar surveying and technology is really very helpful. Now, this last one I'm going to mention is going to sound funny because it has always been there, all right? But now again, people are embracing biodiversity. People are embracing, new ways of farming, putting catfish in the same pond with tilapia, all right, to make sure that the catfish eats part of the tilapia and grow bigger. it's something that is ongoing right now, and I think it is good. So um, lastly, I'm going to talk about mobile ponds. Now, this is a shameful plug. We build mobile ponds, all right? This is Asha Ponds and Gardens, right? And we build mobile ponds. And over the years, I'm going to just show you this. Over the years, we've served customers and customer all over Nigeria and even beyond Nigeria, all right? We build the tarpaulin ponds. We also build, the earthen ponds that need to be lined. We've also done that, all right? Now, I think that tarpaulin ponds offer a advantage over concrete pond in the sense that, number one, it does not permanently devalue the land.
These are 20 by 10 by 4 feet height, all right, and they each will take about 1,200 fishes.
And number two, when a concrete pond is leaking, the best thing for you to do is to put liner inside. That's tarpaulins, not normal tarpaulin or high density polyethylene is the only thing we use now. But I'm just going to call it tarpaulin just so that we move on. All right, now if you put liner in the pond, in the concrete pond, finally, why didn't you just start with tarpaulin pond from the beginning? All right, and tarpaulin ponds are easy to use. Wherever you are in the country, we can send you only the tarpaulin, and then you get a local welder or carpenter to do the legs for you. If you're closer to us and you want us to send you both the tarpaulin ponds and the legs complete, also very great. We can get that for you also. So yeah, I think those are some modern technologies for you to look out for in 2026. All right, new things emerging in fish farming in 2026. All right, if you have any questions from all of this, I know I've spoken so much. I was trying to be very fast. I didn't want this video to be very long. I know I've spoken so much, but if you have any question, ask it in the comment section, and please like my this video if it has helped in any way. It encourages me, all right? And please reach out to me on WhatsApp if you also have, maybe you want us to discuss about something personally, or you want us to even supply you fish ponds. All right, reach out to me on WhatsApp. Please call me on WhatsApp. All right, what happens is a lot of times maybe I'm on the farm, I'm with a client, I'm not able to pick calls, but every message I see on WhatsApp I respond to. All right, and if you are one of my students, you already know how we do it. This video is also just to remind you of those things, all right, that we have talked about in class. All right, and you can also join my fish farming class. Yeah, so thank you so much. I hope this video has been worth your time. Have a great day.